Is it just me or is this mute?
Well, I guess we're back. War Wasp High, or Activity High in the Burn Dome.
The Burn Dome.
Burn Dome.
Yeah, we weren't ready, but I guess we're playing the food. The food.
We're playing with our food.
Welcome to Metroid 3, the third one.
Metroid 3, the third one.
Metroid Prime Rib soldered.
What? I used to have really weird like naming conventions for stuff that would be like that. I don't remember exactly what they were anymore, because it would always be like something stupid. So it'd be like obviously whatever the first title is, and then the second one, like Electric Boogaloo is a good one to go to, or like, you know, Strikes Back or some shit. Oh yeah, I can do the sucky.
Oh, that's right.
And then I always forgot what the third one was. I had like a set one that I would use for the third one.
Well, the third one's with the one with the hairy chest.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because first is the worst.
And then I think if I would go to 5, I'd always do like 5 ever.
That's a good one. What would be 4?
No.
This is a really good story you've got here.
I really thought that I was going to have something, and then I forgot.
Maybe we should stop taking breaks between episodes.
Forgot all of it. I had like, I was like, oh yeah, it'll come back to me. As soon as I start telling the story, it'll come back. It did not.
Yep.
Okay, so those are not things that I can shoot. Functioning at 80%.
Same.
Okay, so
well,
if I keep shooting it, is it going to go down?
No.
Nope.
I say you just go through that door, dude.
All right.
Whoop. We haven't been here yet. New areas, new friends, new experiences. I also thought that was like a rat hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, I was like, what is
one of those
this?
New York sewer
Cause of
rats.
ceilings collapse, not recorded. I love that. Amazing.
I like how the music's getting a little bit more like, yeah, we're making progress.
Great. Can't see again.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have like a flashlight. I would totally play like a Metroid horror game, like a Dead Space-esque kind of game.
I think they're like kind of supposed to be,
well,
or at least especially like Dread was supposed to be.
Yeah, Dread was stressful. Like when those little robots start chasing you, it's a bad time.
Yeah, I don't like being chased.
No, it's a bad time.
That's not really my thing.
Did that just bounce off the door?
Sure did. Ooh. All right. Well, Beyonce's never let me down, so to the left it is.
Well, I like it, so we should put a ring on it. Yes. You know, sometimes I forget that she starred in an Austin Powers movie and did a fantastic job doing so.
Hi.
That's an organic life form.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, so it looks like he shoots you when you're a ball, which is kind of cute, honestly.
It is kind of cute.
Let's see what's down here, though. So you were talking about... Oh, is there more ball? Okay. So you...
About Beyonce's performance in Austin Powers Goldmember, the third and final Austin Powers movie.
Well, what? Okay, did I get a chance to say that I've never seen an Austin Powers movie?
Dude!
I've never seen an Austin Powers movie.
They're so good. They're some of my favorite movies.
I've seen like bits and pieces. It just like wasn't really my...
The first one is really stupid. Like, it really leans into, like, being a parody of a spy movie. I don't remember much of the second one, but the third one, Goldmember, that one's fantastic movie. It's got some good bits.
Okay, are we good?
And Beyonce plays Foxy Cleopatra.
Like they would be on at
Jesus.
Sleepovers and stuff like growing up, but like I don't know, I wasn't like into movies, and I'm still not really into like movies and things in general, but
That's a really hipster take. I don't really like movies all that much.
well, like
no, I get what you're saying. I'm into movies. I just don't watch a lot of them.
I don't. It's such a time
Yeah,
commitment.
like I'd much rather do something else for 2 hours.
Yeah, well, okay, so it really upsets Midge because she really likes movies, and she's like, I don't get it. She's like, you will sit there and watch a TV show for the same amount of time that a movie's on, and I'm like, well, yeah, but those are a lot of mini commitments.
Yup.
I didn't agree to like watch a ton of TV. I just ended up watching a ton of TV. I just stood in the fire.
Yeah, I noticed that, and you like wiggled in it too.
Well, I thought that it was going to move.
like very deliberately. You were
It
like,
did not move. But hey, my health has not gone below it. I mean, I get that I'm playing on casual. I understand
is
that
true.
completely.
Whoa,
but
Jesus,
still,
you are dead.
I think I get power bomb. Yep, there we go. Power bomb.
Hey, which means now we can go into that one area
Or morph ball
where
bomb.
there's the tunnel in the wall.
Yeah, I don't even know where that
See,
is
this
anymore.
is what I'm talking about. I know where to go. I just don't remember where it was.
Yeah. I thought there was missiles or something up there.
Yeah, same thing with video games. Like I could play video games for 4 hours, but like the idea of sitting and watching like 2 movies is excruciating.
Yeah. Like there's movies that I want to watch, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Finding the time to be able to like actively commit to that. I don't know.
Yeah, movies are definitely like a mindset that I get in. It's like I had a rough day at work or it's been a long week. I'm going to get a little buzzed and I'm just going to sink into my couch and just stare at the television.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great time. That being said, we recently watched The Menu, which is a real wacky film.
The Menu?
The Menu. I guess you could categorize it as a horror movie, but it's not like a horror movie. It's just kind of like I don't even want to call it a psychological horror. But it's one of those movies where you find yourself going, what the fuck is going on? Like throughout the whole film. It's a great time. Highly recommend. And the guy that plays Voldemort is like the main character chef guy. So, like, you'll find yourself quoting Harry Potter quotes and Voldemort things all the time. You know, as one does.
Who else is in it? Because I've not heard of this movie.
It's a relatively new movie.
Okay.
Who else is in it? The voice of Sid the Sloth. That guy is in it. Who looks nothing like I thought he did. In fact, I didn't even know it was him. I was like, he looks familiar. And then Lizzie was like, you've probably heard him before. And I was like, oh, really? And she was like, yeah, that's Sid the Sloth. And I'm like, no way.
Wait, who does his voice?
Some guy.
I
don't know who he is. All I know is I was like, he seems familiar.
Huh.
But then also the other quote unquote like main character is the lady from Queen's Gambit. The voice of Princess Peach in the Super Mario movie.
Oh, okay.
And I think
So I was like, more stuff that I haven't seen.
I think that's it in terms of notable actors.
Okay. Do you think there's fall damage?
I don't think so. Look
Nope.
at that.
All right. I didn't think there was going to be fall damage
Makes sense.
because there isn't in like other Metroid games, but
Yeah, and I mean, you're wearing this.
other Metroid games
Suit.
also aren't like 3D platformer-ish. So I wonder if I can
I'm pretty sure he's gonna come back. I think you're right. I think that's gonna eventually end up being the boss of this biome.
Yep.
Not only am I still alive, but I brought a friend.
Okay. So there's some puzzles in here.
Yeah, so
but
I remember we activated that rune.
yeah, so there should be other runes, but if we backtrack even further, we can go pick up other upgrades. Is that something?
You do you, man. This is your playthrough.
I will do me.
Getting some real Jack and Dexter precursor vibes with those
Yeah.
platforms.
That's another game that, like, I played it for a little bit. I feel like there's a secret down there, too. Fuck. Well, we have to go back in this room anyway, eventually, so it's fine. But that's another game that, like, I played for a little bit. I got to, like, the second area, and then there was, like, a weird difficulty spike. And so I was never able to, like, finish it.
Yeah, I think I've only put like an hour into the first one. I've played the second one to completion as a kid growing up.
I did not like the second one. I think I got to the first chase scene, or maybe it's the only chase scene. I don't know, because I never played past that point because I think, like I said earlier, I don't like being chased.
Yep.
It's not-
I like it as a game, but when you compare it to like what came before, it's definitely weird because it has like a Grand Theft Auto vibe to it, where you now all of a sudden have a gun.
Oh yeah.
And they made Jack all badass.
Then I think I tried to play 3 a little bit too, but like
Yeah, and
kind of just
I've never touched 3, but from what I've seen, it seems just like 2, but in a different area.
yeah. Let's see. Ooh.
And then there's Jack X Combat Racing.
Yeah, that one didn't really seem to like interest me. There's not a lot of racing games that I like. Like I'll play Mario Kart for a while. I played Crash Team Racing for a little bit, but that's.
I recently started playing the Hot Wheels racing game just because I was feeling.
You can't just say the Hot Wheels. There's so many Hot Wheels
you're right.
racing
Sorry,
games.
the newest one, Hot Wheels Unleashed.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, I feel the need to like play a video game, but I'm sitting on my couch and I just kind of want to turn my brain off. So I was like,
feel
oh
the
my god, a
need
racing
for
game would
speed.
be yeah. Need for Speed. But I was like, oh, a racing game would be fun. Oh, a Hot Wheels game? So it's like a silly racing game? All right, I'm in. And it's very difficult.
I think the only. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the Hot Wheels racing games that I've played. I played the shit out of Turbo Racing for the PS1.
I don't think I've played that one. I definitely played a PC one at a friend's house in like elementary school.
And like that one was cool because there was like cars and stuff that you could unlock by like finding secret areas while you're racing. Some of them were really hard to find as well. And then that was actually the first time that I think I heard like a Metallica song. I don't like Metallica.
Wait, there was licensed music in a Hot Wheels game?
Yeah, it was part of the intro cutscene. It was their song Fuel, and I would just like, yeah, you know, you're listening to that, you're racing Hot Wheels cars or whatever.
That
like,
would get my 12-year-old blood pumping.
yeah, I listened to that a lot, and I don't really like Metallica.
No.
Oh my god, yes.
I remember
Puzzle.
many years ago, my dad asked me, because he didn't really know what kind of music I was into. He was like, what concert would you want to go to? And I didn't really want to dive into like talking about the various music that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, Metallica would be kind of fun. He was like, really? You want to go see Metallica? Like, okay, jeez.
No, why?
I don't think you can get there yet.
But that's why I came back here, is to get that.
I think we need like the super bomb.
Oh, why do you tease me? I gotta go all the way back.
Classic Samus.
Yeah.
dangling that carrot right in front of our face.
And then I think I still need like a speed up thing in order to get the other.
Oh,
The other one on the ramp.
You.
I might be able to do it without. We'll have to see.
Ooh, there's a health tank up there.
But yeah, I think there's like maybe in total 5 Metallica songs that I like. Oh yeah, so you were gonna go to a concert with your dad?
No, we were just like we were just having breakfast before school one morning, and he was just like asking about music. He's like, "Yeah, what concert would you want to like go and see?" And again, I just didn't really want to go into like the music I like because I liked death metal and stuff. And I was like, it's too early to talk about this with my father. So I was like, I'd see Metallica. And he was like, really? Out of all the bands, you want to see Metallica, huh? Maybe you just need to get better at building up momentum.
I don't think that's it.
Okay.
I think I'm just missing abilities.
But I mean, Metallica's fine. It's just every time I hear a Metallica song, I'm like, this is a riff I've definitely played in my bedroom when I was 15 years old. Like,
yeah,
they're good riffs, but it's like, I definitely have played this riff and they're being rich off of it.
Yeah.
And it's all their songs are like 20 BPM too fast.
Well, I'm like a pop punk person, so I'm cool with like really fast songs.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know, just something about whatever it is that they're doing just doesn't tickle my brain folds.
Yeah, I mean,
the way that other songs
definitely
do.
Rock. Like, there's really no other way to describe it. Give me food, give me fire.
Yeah, I mean, like that one did for sure. Because, like, they had, you could go into the menu of the game and just, like, pick a song to listen to and just sit there. So I would just, like, play that song on repeat as a kid.
Yeah.
And still haven't been tested for autism, but there's been songs. That's one of them.
Hey, man, it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum.
Yeah. Because, yeah, it didn't, like, I didn't even, like, really even consider that at all until our coworker brought it up. Because he's autistic, and he was like, I see the signs, man. Maybe you should. Maybe I should.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's a spectrum.
Yeah.
Once you realize it's a spectrum and it's not, like, just a black and white thing, it's like,
It's like, you know what? That makes sense. And a lot of my behaviors would make a ton of sense if that was the case. Owie.
My mother had me late in life, so it makes sense.
That was the other thing that I was going to bring up initially before
My mother?
we started talking about Austin Powers. Yeah, actually, surprisingly.
Oh, God, before Austin Powers.
You were talking about, and the date will be long gone or by the time that this comes out. But you were talking about, like, Mother's Day stuff, and it kind of just reminded me, like, because you said it kind of depends on what your mom says or whatever. I was thinking about, like, are you close with your parents?
Wow, we're getting deep.
Well, okay. So I have a weird relationship with my parents. Like, I'm relatively close with my parents. Okay.
Hey!
But I'm also the type of person that can, like, go a really long time without talking to people.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I think
same.
that is probably a lot of my ADHD stuff, kind of out of sight, out of mind a little bit.
Yep.
And so the way that my relationship works with, like, my mom, for example, is that we'll go a long time without talking. Like, we'll go like 6 months, almost a year without really like talking or saying anything. So then when we do get together and like chat or whatever, like, we have shit to talk about. And even though I feel like my dad's brain works very similar to mine, he is not that way. He would like me to call him and talk to him every single day. And I don't operate that way.
Sure.
I mean there's also like a couple of other reasons, and we can Sure, let's air out a little bit of laundry.
Yeah, Metroid 3. This is the episode, folks.
It's just like, it's a lot of the same stories and stuff that I've heard before, like 1,000 times. And like, you know, I get it. He's proud of some of the stuff that I do, which is cool. But because not everybody gets that by any means. But it's like the same, like 5 things or 5 stories that he brings up. Like, I don't know. There's like nothing to really like talk about. I don't really have a whole lot of stuff going on that I feel like I need to like share. I don't even really post on social media that much, except for to complain about the bathrooms at work,
which I appreciate.
It's annoying. Oh no! I biffed it hard. Oh, I got too caught up in my story.
Thinking about Dad.
And part of the reason that I brought up, so he actually called me the other day, and I was on my way to go to the card store that I go to play Digimon. So I did not answer.
Sorry, Dad.
Well, I figured if it was something like super crazy important, you know, he could definitely like text me or, you know, leave a voicemail or whatever. He was just kind of like checking in. I'm like, Now I feel like I'm like a bad son because I didn't contact him back. I don't know. I just don't have anything going on that I want to like share or talk to. And like our conversations last like hours.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready to do that commitment of time.
Yeah, or it's even one of those things where the things you like have updates on are like they wouldn't really comprehend it, so it's not even worth going into it.
Yeah.
Like there's been times where my parents are like, "Hey, do you want to come over for dinner on this day?" And it's like, "Oh, I know personally that I have a stream scheduled and it's like a big event thing, so it's not like I can just call it off." And it's hard to be like, no, I have this thing going on. And they're like, oh, what are you doing? And it's like, I have to work. I'm scheduled to work that day.
I have to work. I have to stream to 5 people.
Because, like, yeah, right? My 7 viewers are going to be very upset.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'll even tell them, like, I've shown my mom the clip of when I called her. And she's even like, I don't understand. What is streaming? And I'm like... It's too hard to talk about. You guys were born. You guys watched TV in black and white. So
that's right. My parents are a little bit younger.
Mine are ancient.
And so, like, I mean, my dad would stop by my streams and stuff back when I was streaming and all that. And my mom was like a guest on some of my streams before when she would come and visit.
Sure.
And like my mom used to play video games. Like I remember her playing like Crash Bandicoot 3 when I was growing up and stuff.
Yeah, same. When my parents first got a Super Nintendo for my brother and sister, apparently my mom would like stay up super late and play Mario Kart.
Yeah, I remember my mom was like sick from work one time and we had rented Pocahontas for the Sega Genesis and she like played through that. And I guess like at the end of the game, spoiler alert, you have to play through the whole game like backwards.
Whoa.
Or whatever, you have to like run back through all of the levels and stuff. Yeah, like backwards that you just did. And like, yeah, really weird. Now granted, I wasn't old enough to like remember that. I just remember the stories. So it's not like they're, boss time. Okay, cool.
Hey, cool.
You know, they're not like foreign to video games by any stretch of the imagination and they understand streaming and all that stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I don't like talking on the phone at all.
Oh, it's the worst.
Which is, I think, mostly a generational thing, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta scan this bad boy.
Whoa, this guy's spooky.
Ooh, wow. Big scan target. Okay. That took a long time. He's not, like, as scary when he's frozen like this.
He's got kind of a silly face.
Yeah. He looks like he belongs in, like, World of Warcraft or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he looks like a weird, like, forest shaman or something. Anyway.
Flagra is I. Flagra.
I hope I'm doing damage. I don't really know.
I don't think you are. I have a feeling he's giving me the kind of boss fight vibes where you're gonna have to like fend off little parts of him to make him vulnerable, and then you can do damage. So these little tunnels, it looks like you're gonna have to use the ball to like go inside these little tunnels. Yeah, so she like shoot the little things blocking the tunnels.
Well, I don't lock onto those though.
But the thingy
So
turned
I'm
red.
kind of- Is that anything?
That is nothing.
That's nothing. Okay, it
That's
looked
what
like
we call in the industry a waste of time.
a waste of time.
What's the big circular thing that's shooting sun? I
Yeah,
guess?
there's like those sunbeam thing. That's what I was trying to like figure out. Because like that turns red, but it doesn't do any.
Wait, maybe
damage.
you gotta use missiles?
Maybe. Oops,
That's
that's
ball.
not missile button.
Oh,
Nope, they does not like that.
very slick. Oh, what? Maybe not. Never mind.
Nope. Okay, don't like that.
But to answer your previous question, I'm very similar. We're like out of sight, out of mind. So like my brother and sister live out of state, and yeah, I'll go months without talking to them.
Yeah.
But my parents live 30 minutes away. So I think that's like the main reason is like, oh, I can come over for dinner like once a month and hang out with you guys and
Oh yeah.
catch up and see what's going on. So that's like the thing. It's like, oh, it's Mother's Day. You do a lot, Mom. Can I take you to dinner or something? Or we can go to brunch, sip some mimosas.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, both my parents are out of state, and so it makes it a little bit more.
Yeah. But every time I talk with my mom, it's always, I wish you would call more. It's like, there's nothing to report. And then my dad, like, I almost never talk to him. Hey, big red button.
Okay.
I think I've
Interesting.
got the very stereotypical relationship with my father where, like, he loves me, and I love him, but he's also kind of an asshole. But, like, he kind of does his own thing. I don't know. And he's definitely, like, he's old and retired now, so he's, I don't know. He's in that stage of his life.
Yeah, that's fair.
Real vibe.
Oh, so the sun makes him stronger. I thought the sun was going to
Typical
weaken him
plants.
for some reason.
Photosynthesis, kind of cringe.
Kind of cringe. Imagine needing sunlight to survive.
Whoa, hello.
Oh, he popped out of nowhere. I was like, what the
shit.
Oh, am I like...
You gotta go fast.
I don't want to go fast.
Would you stun him? Oh. Oh, we just don't get a cutscene this time.
Oh, that's fine. Boop, 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 ah. Ta-da.
But then we have Lizzie, on the other hand, who is an only child and lived at home, much like me, until we were like 25.
Oh,
So her mother is also very protective. She's like Lizzie wasn't able to ride her bike like outside of the block vicinity of where she lived until she was like 13.
Oh.
But they hang out a lot. Like her and her mom get along. They've definitely got like a friendship kind of vibe. Like
Yeah.
they're always like, oh, let's go shopping and then get lunch or something. So like every other weekend, she's like, oh, I'm gonna hang out with my mom this weekend, and I'm like, oh, that's fun. You do you. I'm gonna stay home and play Skyrim
Yeah.
by myself. I'm gonna enjoy my quiet house and play with my cats. I love me some alone time. Dude, you saw your... Oh my god, you can just shoot them from across the map?
I guess. I didn't realize I could do that, but
Well, you gotta get some more missiles, dog.
I guess I can.
Some thistle missiles. Going
Well,
right
we
up
should
there.
only have like one more. I got the charge beam thing too that I keep forgetting
Oh,
about as
yeah.
well. So I could probably just use that to flip them up instead of missiles, but maybe. It was weird, like when I first met, like, Midge, she was talking to her parents like almost every day, which I just found so bizarre compared to my relationship.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You really told them. Yeah, it's just one of those things where I get so caught up in the day-to-day, like I feel really bad, like every now and then I'll think about like, oh, I haven't talked to my grandma since like Christmas
Yeah.
of last year.
Be like, I mean, I'll shoot them like my parents like a Facebook message, or like my mom or brothers like a Facebook message or something. Yeah. Something reminds me of them, or I need to talk to them immediately. But I also don't, like, I don't need to really talk to them about anything either.
Yeah,
like,
I just get so caught up in the day-to-day. Like I think about, all right, this is what's going on at work, and then when I get home, I have to make this meal, and then we have to clean, and then I've got this project I'm working on, and then I've got this wedding I'm DJing, and it's just I get so caught up that it's just every time I have to like take a second and be like, oh, that's right, I have like family.
Yeah, I have family, I have friends, I have, all these people that I don't like intentionally forget about or whatever.
Yep.
And say, like, I always feel weird saying that. Like, it's not that I'm like forgetting about you, but at the same time I am.
Yeah, I'm just so caught up in my little bubble where it's like sometimes I just need a third party to like punch me and be like, hey.
Yeah. Well, am I getting shoulders now?
Dude, you picked up the Samus logo. Oh, she got those eyebrows on fleek.
But I figure with Mother's Day coming up, I mean, being long gone by the time this comes out, or like earlier, yeah, I got my shoulders.
Oh,
nice.
yeah, balls.
I don't know what that does, but
wait, I think you
'em.
just got the suit in general. You kind of look like you did at the beginning of the game.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Suit acquired. Maybe now I have like heat resistant. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can go to that hot area.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I just figured I would bring that up, just as something to kind of talk about.
Hell yeah. What's your deepest, darkest secret?
Maybe we'll find out on the next episode.
What a cliffhanger.
Stay tuned for my deepest, darkest secret.
Guaranteed 100%.
Bye.
Hell yeah.